Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Akram Shaban. I hope all of you guys are doing great. I've been seeing a lot of support on the channel, so I'm really grateful for you guys just being there for for me and the channel, and keeps the channel keep going. So I'm really grateful, and yeah, I just want to come up on here, and there's a lot of news we need to cover. It's a lot of fascinating stuff and good things. All right. So XRP is currently at $2.31. We have Stellar XLM as 28 cents. Hedera is at 19 cents. All right. So what's going on with news? This came up. This is apparently happened in a crypto event. All right. So it says here, Tony JRNY Crypto was kidnapped and gunpoint robbed in Las Vegas for his crypto. 3 teenagers drove him to the desert and made him hand over $4 million in crypto and NFTs to them. They got him as he was there to host a crypto event because of your. Be careful of your security. Many attacks in crypto come from people telling localized friends, family, and coworkers too much private information, which then travels to evil scum. So of course, guys, this is super crucial. Don't tell anybody how much you own in crypto, how much assets you own. You keep this all private, because once you reveal that, you are a target to them. So yeah, this happened in Las Vegas. It's a whole event, so it is something really scary, and especially when you go to those crypto events. Those events are super targeted, because the people who go there are the ones who own and have money and own those valuable assets. So just be careful if you're going to attend a crypto event. You don't know what will happen. All right, so moving on. I was just speaking about this previously, that previous video, and about Flare and XRP. So XRP has this one saying XRP FI turbocharges Flare usage. Every time XRP becomes XRP via F assets, it needs Flare for collateral, and gas 0.5% of the XRP's value is required in Flare as reserve collateral. So that means basically, I just want to cover this because this is important, because Flare is doing moves with XRP. Hence, it's a good asset to invest in this technology. Of course, I'm not your advisor. I'm not your financial advisor at all. So, but from what I'm seeing right now, XRP and Flare are working together. And Flare, of course, it's an ISO 222 token. So this is a good asset to own. All right, moving on. We have this digital asset investor says, BlackRock's warning. It says here, if quantum computing is able to advance in that way, there is a risk that quantum computing could result in the cryptography underlying the Bitcoin network becoming ineffective, which, if realized, could compromise the security of the Bitcoin network or allow a malicious actor to compromise the wallets holding Bitcoin owned by the trust or others on the Bitcoin network, which would result in losses to shareholders. This is definitely crucial. But yeah, this is definitely, Bitcoin is not what we expect, because Bitcoin has always been a really bad asset to have. And of course, Bitcoin has no future, no use case. They might be painting the picture that it has a use case, but it does not. And just like I said last couple of videos, BTC, which is beta test coin, but yeah, the world's largest asset manager warns quantum tech could undermine the viability of Bitcoin's cryptographic systems. All right, and this is BlackRock's warning. All right, moving on. Vandel says this, saying XRP is significantly undervalued. is still, yeah, extremely undervalued from a fundamental perspective and a technical analysis perspective. The crowd is always late to the party, and that is definitely true. XRP currently is super undervalued compared to what it's doing currently and its use case and scalability, which means has a future. And yeah, they're just buying the game, buying time for the market. You know, they're just buying time until they flip the switch. But as of now, right now, XRP is super undervalued, so this is an opportunity. And from my suggestion, people should utilize this opportunity. Moving on, speaking about Bitcoin and how shit it is. Eros says this: nobody will use Bitcoin anymore. So he puts this video out. This is by John McAfee, and I forgot who this guy's name is, but I want you guys to take a listen.
Nobody will use Bitcoin anymore. It's old, clunky, slow, expensive, with zero privacy. Nobody uses it. It's a piece of shit that the world has not understood yet.
So, John, just to play devil's advocate, because I want to hear your thoughts on this. I mean, there's a lot of ways that they're trying to add more privacy features to Bitcoin, right?
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Yes, like there's a lot you can add to a Model T Ford to make it a fucking space rocket. Good God, wake up, my friend. No, it's stupid. Fucking please, God. You look like a man with a brain. You know better than this. You fucking know better.
John, I agree with you on the need for privacy. I mean, it's just not a reality.
Not just privacy. Not just privacy. Show me how the fuck you put a smart contract on the Bitcoin blockchain. Impossible. Well, what use is the goddamn blockchain without a smart contract? Everybody has a smart contract except Bitcoin. What about a distributed application? You can't put dApps.
Smart contracts there.
You can't put dApps on a. Please, God.
All right, so just so you guys know, I'm not talking out of my ass. So this is actually true. How you can put a smart contract and on the blockchain? It's impossible. And Bitcoin has no use case. This is the fact that Bitcoin has no use case. So to the old Bitcoiners out there, I'm sorry to break it to you, but this is how it is. I know. Also, Bitcoin is super old and clunky, like he said. And it is super old and clunky, but it's there for a reason. But here's the thing: we appreciate Bitcoin because it birthed the market. It allowed us and allowed the people who created it to understand what this market is and how this blockchain technology works. Hence, that's why I said again, beta test coin, BTC, Bitcoin. And the final product is XRP. Cross payment remittance protocol. Yep. And we're not sugarcoating it here in this channel. So I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but you're swallowing it. You know, that pill needs to be taken, of course. All right. Moving on here, we have Jim Rickards. Bitcoin has no use case equals no future. Bitcoin crypto. Let's take another listen right here. This is super crucial. This is Jim Rickards, the one who says the Ice 9. And yep, you guys need to listen to this.
There's no use case for Bitcoin. Now, can you make money? Absolutely. And a lot of people have. So my attitude is I'm not a Bitcoin basher. I just say, hey, yeah, it's an old rock and roll song from the 50s. Shout, knock yourself out. I mean, if you want to buy Bitcoin, knock yourself out, do it. But I don't really think of it as a form of money. There are a lot of technical reasons for that. There's no debt. Most money is debt. You know, if you take a $20 bill out of your wallet and look at it, read the contract, it says Federal Reserve note. A note is a form of debt. It's a liability on the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve Bank. That's true of almost every form of money. It's usually somebody basically taking government debt and giving them something that they can spend. Bitcoin, there's no debt. There's no debt market. It won't serve as a reserve currency. So it's there. It's interesting. People like it, and people can make money at it. Could go higher, could crash, but I don't really think of it as a viable form of money. There's no use case for Bitcoin.
You guys heard it right here on this channel. So No use case, no scalability, no future for a token like that called Bitcoin. But yeah, this is definitely a real thing. Now, of course, you can make money on Bitcoin. There's no it's not like it's not all bad things about Bitcoin. There you can make some money on Bitcoin, but it has no future to unfold for revolutionizing the financial system like XRP and other XLM and such ISO 222 tokens. So, yep. Moving on, we have this Jungle Incorporation crypto news. Breaking: Dubai launches 16 billion real estate tokenization platform on XRPL. Dubai is officially turning property into programmable assets. The government's new platform, Pripco Mint, lets investors buy fractional ownership in Dubai real estate, with title deeds tokenized directly on the XRP ledger. Yep, this is actually happening. And yep, this says right here, Dubai unveils real estate tokenization platform on XRP ledger amid 16 billion initiative. Yep. So yeah, this is actually true. Especially right now, I was talking about on the last video, previous video, tokenization. It's actually happening currently, and they're testing it out and they're using currently. So Dubai, of course, the one is the first to implement this. So it's all involves XRP. And then moving on here by Smoke Dog, XRP deflationary, which means XRP token cannot be mined and its quantity will constantly decrease, and everything that exists in a limited amount and is actively used is becoming more expensive. Therefore, with the growth of the network, the XRP price will increase significantly. And yep, this is all true. We've been saying this about also XRPs is a deflationary token, and it just burns over time. All right, and its supply keeps shrinking. It never can be mined. It cannot be just printed or copied and pasted, like all that bullshit to inflate it. So it does not. It has only a supply of 100 billion, I believe. Yeah, and it just decreases, never increases. Which the more it decreases, the supply shrinks, and when the supply shrinks, the value of the asset, the digital asset, goes up. So XRP over time will significantly increase over time as it gets scarce and scarce over time. And then over here as well, from the same guy, at the same time, Ripple acts as a central bank. Documented. So it was right here, this one. But this is a much more here. Okay. This is a much more visible right here. At the same time, Ripple acts as a central bank. Cryptocurrency is cryptocurrency is of a deflationary nature. 0.00001 XRP is burnt at each next transaction. Okay, so this is actually true, and yep, this asset shrinks over time, and it never gets mined, never gets copied, pasted, or anything. And oh, look at this. Both Ripple, BWW, and JP Morgan Chase and Co. offer fundamentally new business models on organizing the payment market. Swift business model, receive payment and intermediary services for the transfer of payments and payment documents. All right, this is something that we glad to know. Moving on that. All right, so also I need to give you some more proof about this. Now, David Schwartz just ended the debate. XRP has no issuer, no hidden mint switch, no VC games. Everything was created at launch. Deal with it. All right. And David Schwartz replies to this person saying, Garlinghouse is the CEO of Ripple, a company. XRP has no issuer. All the XRP that will ever exist was created when the ledger was created. Unlike most other blockchains, XRPL, XRP ledger, has no rivalrous features. So the ledger itself can't really do the initial distribution beyond letting anyone who wants to take as much XRP as they want. All right. And yep. Worried about decentralization? Ask yourself what you actually want. Protection from failure or protection from success? XRPL delivers, no drama, no dilution, just power. And also, with this, XRP delivers just power. The idea of owning XRP is basically you have the keys to the future. When you sell XRP, and I know Verson said this and he posted it on his X, selling your XRP is like selling away control and keys to the financial system, you know, the new financial system. So when you own XRP, you know this you own this asset, you have power. All right, now this by Verson he posted is super important, and you guys need to know this. This is really, really important. XRP, the final settlement for everything. Okay, so I had a call from Verson before he posted this, and he kind of cracked it. He cracked the code here. So let's take a look, and I'll show you guys right here. So he says, we're not gonna read all this. Okay, we're just gonna go to the important sections. All right, so David Webb's The Great Taking lays it out clearly, exposing how governments pass silent laws to convert everything you think you own into securities. That includes your property, your retirement accounts, your assets, and even your liabilities. These laws aren't theoretical. They're already embedded through legal restructuring changes, the UCC laws, redefinitions of collateral rights, and adjustments in bankruptcy proceedings. Okay. Now, and he says over here as well, now bridge that to what's happening in digital asset space. BlackRock is already tokenizing money, market funds on private blockchains. That's one. JP Morgan is moving billions in tokenized collateral across permissioned ledgers. That's two. The BIS is testing tokenized cross-border settlement systems with central banks. That's three. Four, the IMF is standardizing legal language language for tokenized claims, obligations, and assets. All right, and then five, and the SEC is regulating by enforcement to keep retail out while carving out the frameworks for institutions to move in. Okay, this is something Verson had put out was amazingly like his the way he posted this and laid it out and made it more to the point. This should be studied. This is insane. Okay, now then there's Ripple building the infrastructure layer. Ripple's partnered with central banks, institutions, pushing digital IDs, integrating all frameworks, and laying the rails for institutional settlement. Then there's RLUSD, the stablecoin of Ripple, the Ripple issued dollar-backed stablecoin that's fully regulated and tailored for institutional use, all running on the XRP ledger. Okay, so this is something you guys need to read as well. This is important, super important. And what Versam put out here was basically connecting the dots of all of the information we have gathered across those years and putting it into one, and laying out the whole map to you guys to fully understand it and get to the point and more simple. So, but yeah, I just want to end it on this one because this is something really valuable to read and understand, because we have gathered all these researches and all this points and clues and put it into one. It's like picking up the puzzle pieces and putting it all together. But yeah, this is concludes the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share, and check out my Patreon. I got things over there that's really valuable, especially documents. If you guys want to read that proves this important information that we're not even speaking out of our asses, this is actually real. And thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate all of you guys' support on the channel. And definitely, I'll see you guys next one. Take care. Peace.